What's up guys, welcome back to Just Pure Cars. This week I just want to take a few moments to give you an update on what's going on with my situation and also discuss a couple of things that have popped up in the news from the car world this week, one of which was a major shock for most. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So the first bit of news I want to talk about is the shock announcement of the new Ferrari J50. Now, this is just been announced by Ferrari at a special event in Japan. It's a special edition. There's only going to be 10 of them made. It's there to commemorate their 50th year of selling Ferraris in Japan, hence the name J50. Underneath, it's a 488 with a dramatically reworked body on top. Slightly tweaked engine as well, so it's got an extra 20 brake horsepower over the standard 488, so we'll see slightly better performance figures, probably top speed of 205 to 210 miles an hour versus the 202 that we see for the current 488 Spider, and again you can guarantee 0 to 60 times in the sub 3s as a standard. What's really interesting though is it's lost the mechanical folding roof that you get on the 488 and it's been replaced with a carbon fiber Targa top, so they just slot out and they go into a special holding compartment. I really love it. I think bringing that Targa look back is something which, you know, sort of shouts of old school Grand Tourers and sports cars that, you know, I know and love, and I'm sure you do as well. But also the styling of it, it looks very much like taking cues from the F50. It's got a very pronounced rear wing. There's a special rear diffuser which they haven't actually shown very many pictures of, or any pictures of that I can find, that really shows this this exit design that they say is inspired by a fighter jet. It's got the quad headlights, which I really love, and there's some slightly reworked interior as well compared to the 488. Now, as I said, there's only going to be 10 of them, so if you want one, tough luck, you ain't going to get one. No mention of price, but you can imagine it's going to be lots of money. I'm sure there'll be a number of collectors out there that are guaranteed to get one. I'll be really interested to see if Ferrari collector David Lee picks one up. Surely he has to have one to keep that Ferrari collector status, as will a number of others. But yeah, amazing thing to see that Ferrari just dropped this bombshell yesterday in Japan, and say the news outlets have gone crazy for it. My Instagram and Facebook went mental, so yeah, I had to discuss it. I'd be really interested to see what you think. What's your thoughts on the styling? Personally, on first glance, the first time I saw the announcement, it was a very strange, it was just a photo and it was a very strange angle, and I'll be honest, it looked like a concept Corvette or something. No offense to Ferrari and Ferrari collectors, but that was just the first angle I saw, and then when I saw more pictures I can really see the Ferrari detail in it. I think it's a great looking beast. I love the fact that Ferrari are doing these special editions just to keep the market a bit more interesting, and obviously it's good for their collectors that are going to spend the money on it, because they're going to be, you know, appreciating in value, and that's all good for them, right? But more interesting for us to see these cars. And will we ever see one on the road? Probably not, because there's only 10. But if you do, you know, that is a really rare find, so you've got to get some shots of that. So there, that was the Ferrari. Amazing that they dropped that. Okay, next up, let's talk about Aston Martin. So you probably already know that the DB11, sexy as hell looking car, is going to have a convertible cousin coming out in the very near future, the DB11 Volante. So this has been obviously announced officially by Aston Martin. It's going to come out in 2018. And they showed a couple of like early pre-production samples on some press release images. But that was it. It's all we saw for, you know, for the time being. But now we've started to see some spy shots coming in of this thing being tested, winter tested, out in the Arctic Circle or somewhere, and it gives us a better view of what this is going to look like with that folded roof. Now, interestingly, they've stuck with the concept of going for a lightweight fabric folding roof, as many manufacturers seem to be going that way now. They're dropping these folded hard tops and going back to traditional soft tops. I guess easier manufacturing and less weight as well. But anyway, so we see it out on the road, and they've actually got some shots where they've got the coupe and the cabriolet together, so you can really see how they're going to stack up against each other. Personally, I'm not a convertible fan. I much prefer a hardtop over a convertible on any car, pretty much. But there is something about an Aston Martin in any shape or form, you know, that is just amazing. And I think I personally think the DB11 is one of the sexiest cars around at the moment, and to have a convertible version of that with that V12 engine is just going to be delicious. So exciting to see that, and the spy shots for that coming through. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think? Would you go for the hardtop or the convertible, the Volante? And we're not going to see it until 2018, but I think it'll be worth the wait when it comes out. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. And then the final thing I want to do is, as I alluded to at the beginning, it's on the thumbnail, blah, 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 you know, what is my situation right now? What is the update for the garage? If you've been watching this channel from the start, you'll know that I'm on a bit of a personal journey. I was getting a bit bored with the car situation that I had. I've always been passionate about cars, but I just never felt like I really went out there and made the most of what cars are there. And I'd love to try all these amazing cars that are brand new these days, but can't afford them. So my mission was to see what I could buy for the money, and hope to move from family car to supercar by buying right, selling right, having a great time along the way, making some cool content for you. So that is still 100% my mission. Oh, check out a 488 going past me now. Nice. And that is still absolutely the mission. Oh, a 599 is about to go past as well, is it? No, that's not. That's a left 550. Amazing. Anyway, back to it. So that is still the mission completely. You know, the mission is still to move from family car to supercar and have some great experiences along the way. As you can tell, I'm still in the Honda. You see, you joined me in the Type R today. So the Type R hasn't sold yet. It is up for sale, as is the BMW. So no joy with the BMW either. To be fair, I wasn't expecting it to go very quickly, because time of year, people are not looking to necessarily buy, you know, cars as readily at this time of year, understandably. So hey, I'm not in a rush. The only thing is, I am keen to move on and start this journey properly and get some more content under my belt, but more experiences for you and for me. But hey, you know, it takes what it takes. So I'm not going to rush into it. They are out there. They are available if somebody is interested. Especially with the Type R, I just think it's such a beautiful car. It's just so amazingly clean. This thing. It's still just done just over 35,000 miles. Not a scratch on it. Runs like a dream. And yeah, I think it would be a great addition to anyone's garage. I've loved owning it just for the short period that I've had it, but I need to move it on and try other things. So yeah, if you're interested, let me know. And yeah, I will continue to look at other options. I'm thinking when I do get to a point to change next, what do I go for? Obviously it depends on what financially money I have to play with, but I don't know. I'm torn. I'm desperate to try like a little Fiat 500R Bath. I think they're amazing. I think they sound great, and I really want to try one. But equally, I'm keen to try and maybe pick up like a TT, like a TTS or something, where I could maybe tweak it a bit and have some fun. So I don't know. Any suggestions welcome. But that's the situation with the cars right now. I mean, I've still got the other part of the channel, which is, Your Car as a Star, where I drive other people's cars. I've had quite a few people offer me their cars, and I already drove one, obviously the GTI the other day. The biggest hurdle for me is obviously timing. You probably understand this is not my day job, so trying to make it work with myself and the person whose car it is to let me borrow it for a couple of hours to shoot some video. It's just logistics really, but I absolutely love doing it. I love driving the cars. I love the process of making the videos and editing the videos. So I'm keen to do it. I'm working on some stuff in the background to try and make that happen. So hopefully, especially in the new year, you'll start to see a lot more of that coming from me. And also I want to do planning to see what events and things that are coming up in the new year that I can go along to and shoot some content there as well. So again, any suggestions for events in the UK that you think would be worthwhile me visiting, let me know, and I'll try and add them to the calendar. Okay, then that's it. That's all I wanted to cover today. I just want to give you a brief update on where I'm at and my situation, and obviously talk about that shock news from Ferrari and obviously the update from Aston Martin. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment below. Let's get some conversation going about the different subjects. Any suggestions on where I should head next with the cars? Again, let me know on that. And if you have already subscribed, then I really appreciate your support. I wasn't expecting people to do it, but the fact that you have is amazing. I want to continue to grow this channel. If you haven't done so already and you've liked the video, please hit that subscribe button for more content in the future. And obviously, if you like the video, hit the like button. And yeah, spread the word. Anything we can do to grow the channel, the better. And I'll say I'm loving doing this, and I really want to continue doing it. So yeah. Have a great day, and I will see you all next time. Cheers, guys.